Welcome to Cornerstone Today. This is a daily moment in the Word designed to help you start your day grounded, steady, and focused on what matters most. Each weekday morning we'll open Scripture together, seeking clarity, strength, and hope for the day ahead. This is about learning to walk with Jesus in real life, right where you are. Let's begin today in the Word. Well, good morning and welcome to Cornerstone Today. It's Matthew Allen. I am so glad to be here with you on this Tuesday morning as we continue our study in the book of Philippians. Today we're going to be talking about verse 8 in chapter 4. Paul has just talked a lot about dealing with anxiety and peace, but he doesn't stop with his teaching. He gets very practical, and he teaches us here where we need to put our minds. He says in verse 8, "Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is any moral excellence, and if there is anything praiseworthy, dwell on these things." That word dwell there in verse 8 is something that we need to slow down and focus on. Paul is not saying to glance at good things. What he is saying there is that we need to take up residence there. In other words, we need to let our minds settle in and stay there. Because I think it's important to understand that our thoughts are not neutral. Our thoughts shape us, and what we consistently focus on becomes the lens through which we view the world. And Paul knew this, and that's why he gives us a list: true, honorable, just, pure, lovely, commendable. Now, this is not some vague suggestion. It is almost like a filter. Before the mind lingers on something, Paul is asking, does it pass the test? And notice, he's not telling us to ignore reality. I don't think Paul ever did that. I remember, he's writing from prison. He is not living in denial about hard things. But I think there is a difference between acknowledging difficulty and dwelling in it. We can be aware of what's broken in the world without letting that become the only thing that our mind returns to. And I think this matters more now than ever, if you want to be just honest. We live in an environment that is very good at feeding us what is alarming, what is worthy of our outrage, and really what is discouraging. And if we are not intentional, then that is where our minds are going to live. But instead, Paul is calling us to be intentional, to actively and deliberately point our thoughts toward what is true. Not wishful, not naive, but true. He wants us to point our minds toward what is honorable, things that reflect the character of God. And then if you glance down toward the end of the verse, it's again very worth noting this. He says, dwell on these things. Not just once, not just nod our heads in agreement, but to dwell. And it's a daily practice, and it could even be an hourly one. And so as we apply this verse to our life today, I want to challenge you today to keep your mind clean and pay attention to where your thoughts try to go. Not with guilt, just honesty. And then deliberately redirect your thoughts toward what is true, toward what is good, toward what reflects the God that you belong to. The mind is a powerful thing, and Paul is saying, use it well. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for spending these moments in the Word today. As you go, remember this: faithfulness is built one ordinary day at a time. Keep walking with Jesus. Keep listening. Keep trusting. God is at work all the time. Join us again every weekday morning for another moment of encouragement and truth here on Cornerstone Today.